How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to another Gundam card game video here on Red Zone Rogue. Today, we're going to be opening up a booster box of the very first Gundam card game extra set, Eternal Nexus. At least I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's what this is called. This is the first extra set, and it centers around Gundam G Generation. It is the SD Gundam game series, and this one's an interesting one because I feel like it's a little contentious in the Gundam community. It's not even 50-50, at least in the poll that I held. It was more like 60% of the people kind of were skipping this one, while 40% are into it. So just as content, as a video, I can see why some content creators are skipping it. But me, I'm a huge fan of Gundam, both as a franchise and the Gundam card game. So I wasn't going to skip this, but we are still going to open this up and check it out. Even though SD's not really my favorite thing, but I actually do plan on getting some of those master grade SD Gundam Gunpla at some point. But anyway, let's go ahead and crack this open and talk about Eternal Nexus. And before we do, I want to give a huge shout out to our Gundam card game sponsor, Fantastic Realms. They're absolutely fantastic. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do all that I do here regarding the Gundam card game. Absolute huge supporters of the channel, as well as supporters of, well, the Gundam card game and a plethora of other TCGs. So if you'd like to support me, hey, go ahead and support them. They are fantastic. So now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our top down and open up some Eternal Nexus. This is my first booster box, so I'm still pretty excited. Let's do it. All right, everyone, let's finally open up our very first box of Eternal Nexus. I already shouted them out at the start, but I want to shout them out again. Huge shout out to Fantastic Realms for being our Gundam card game sponsor. They're absolutely fantastic, and I hope to shout them out more going forward in the future. Yeah, so let's crack this open. I'm actually pretty excited. It's a weird set, man, and it's one of those ones that I know that I would probably regret skipping if I did. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. And I do want to say, hey, if you're new to the channel, here's one of our beautiful custom Red Zone Rogue playmats with art by an industry mecha artist, Pinakas. He's done everything from Bravern to Arknights, Azure Lane, TCG artwork, Nikkei, just tons of stuff. So yeah, our whole series is done by Pinakas, or at least our debut series is done by him, and that's available on the merch store. Just kind of a little shout out if you're like, hey, beautiful playmat, where can I find it? Well, there you go. There you go. This character is Vea, our fleet commander. So let's check out our first little pack, man. the SD, man, the SD. Ooh. Cassilia Zabi, modification, Gundam Gapoo, GP00. 2 cost, level 2 cost 3/2. Yeah, we've seen this before. We've seen it before. Ooh, we got Eo Fleming. Big fan. We have Jonah Basta. We have uncommons. He was a common. Okay. I do want to kind of sort these out a little bit as we go. So we have uncommons, premium unit assembly, Daryl Lorenz. I love that they put Thunderbolt stuff in here, man. I'm a big fan of Thunderbolt. We have Eternal Road uncommon. Our first rare is the Tall Geese 2. And then we have a Lasinia? I'm not super familiar with this one. Lasinia? Asuna. Maybe I am familiar with that. That's one of those ones that I'll wait and I'll remember it at some point. Ooh, we have the Chal Acoustica. I think this is one of the ones that folks are interested in. This is during Link Destroyed. You can return the card paired with this unit to the top of the owner's deck. Yeah, it's an interesting one. You kind of like time walk yourself. You put the card back on top of your deck so you don't get to draw a new card. So it's not a May, right? Is it a... It is a May. Okay, yeah, okay. It's better than I was leading on. I was like, if it's not a May, then your opponent can like do that when you don't want it back on top. But it is a May. It's a May. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We have a Haro. Check out this Haro. Warship Cruise. Hey, I like Haro. I like me some Haro. I do want to get like a plushy Haro for the studio. Gundam Pluton. We have Barbados 6th Form. We have our Astaroth. We have Mare Siva. And then G-Quux, Omega Psychomu. I'm just going to put the rares here. There are some interesting cards within this set, but not a ton that you would likely run outside of SD stuff. And I'm still kind of debating, probably not at this point because it's been so long. I don't know if anyone would even watch. Ooh, Gundam Aquarius is very cool looking. I'm kind of debating whether I wanted to do like a full like review of this set, but at this point, I don't think anyone would watch, to be honest. And I don't want to waste my time and your time because those are long videos. Ooh, Cadelia. We have Besida Pain, and then Narrative Gundam. I do like how we got a little Exia token. I do like how they have like a ton. It's all like G generation stuff. A lot of the quote artwork from this is from G generation, like screenshots. Some of the characters are like, you know, just sprites. But I do like how they include characters throughout Gundam history. A little bit more so than other sets, or at least it feels like there's a broader range, right? Yeah, Murine, Lacus Klein, she is common. We have a Striker Custom EX. We have the Pale Rider, Gundam TR1, Hazel Raw. We have Psycho Zaku, dude. I'm a huge fan of the Psycho Zaku. I think this one's like all right. It's a 4/6 with suppression, and when you pair it, you can choose an enemy with repair and return to the owner's hand. And then you don't need to have any of the G generation stuff, and it just links with Daryl Lorenz. So if they print like a good, well, I think Daryl Lorenz is fine here, but if they print like a, you know, actual Thunderbolt, you know, set, I think this could be something that you pay attention to. I don't know. I think it's all right. And then we have another Tallest of Geese. The Tallest of Geese. We have Germanas, the Beginning Gundam. This one it's basically a demi trainer, right? Level 1 cost 1/1 blocker. Sure. We've got Haro. I like we have Haro. Haro can beat the crap out of this Gundam. Oh, I do like it. Yeah. I think there are some, like I said, I think there are some cards that are interesting in this set, but yeah, we got another Pluton. It is a small set as well, only 90 cards. So I'm very curious to know how many. Here we have Daryl Lorenz, by the way. Level 4 1 cost 2/1 pilot. During Link, activate action once per turn. You can pay 1 if it's your opponent's turn. Choose a unit and it gains plus 1 AP. So you can kind of get 1 AP on the back end, which is kind of interesting. This is uncommon. We have character requests. I love that Char is here with like Mikazuki and like Hiro Yui. So this is burst, draw a card, and then on main, if there are 6 or more rested units in play, draw 2. It's only a 2 cost, but man, level 6, but it has the burst. This one's interesting. I don't know if this one will see play, but it's a little more interesting than some of them. We have the Mersiva. Let me swap my battery real quick. All right, I'm back. I'm actually recording this video with a bunch of other videos, so I like my Generation Pulse starter opening and some other stuff. So this is one of those situations where I've been recording for a while and the battery was getting low. Ooh, Psycho Zaku again. Man, I want the actual versions of like E.O. Fleming and the Psycho Zaku. Gimme. Dude, I'm really stoked for the Stardust Memory set. They have a set that has the name like Stardust Trails or something like that. There's Stardust in the name of one of the sets. Oh, there's Stardust in the name of one of the sets. And I'm so stoked. Stardust Memory, by the way, is maybe my favorite Gundam series. Anyway, we got our first LR. We have the High New Gundam EX. Yo, SD or not, this looks really, really nice. Level 8/7 drop, 6/5 G Generation trait, G Generation link. Deploy if another friendly G Generation unit is in play. Choose 1 unit belonging to an enemy player and rest them. And then during Link on attack once per turn, if 3 or other rested units are in play, you can set this as active, which is pretty sick if you're doing G Generation stuff. Nice little like top end for your G deck. All right, we have Ito Tsurugi. I'm not like a SD hater, I would say, but it is one of my least favorite like Gundam things. I tend to like, you know, the mainline or the non-SD Gundam series more, but I still like SD like Gunpla kits. Like the SD kits are kind of like cute and really easy to put together. Here's a Zeta Gundam 3. And oh, another LR. So this one is the Build Strike Gundam Full Package EX. Level 5-4 costs 4-4, G generation, links with Reiji. It has Breach 4, which is pretty cool. And then it also says, when paired with a G generation pilot, if there are 2 or more G generation unit cards in your trash, you get a rested resource. Yeah, once again, like, the G generation stuff is pretty parasitic. Most of the cards require you to play G generation cards to be good. But if you do it all, like, it might be okay. I'm still, like, kind of dubious. If someone's out there is, like, cracked, ooh, Epion, has cracked the G generation code, yo, let me know. Let me know. Anyway, I was getting to the SD Gundam kits, the SD Gunpla kits. I actually really want to, I actually am trying to find SD Master Grade Destiny. So that's kind of like on something I've been looking out for. Anytime I go to a place that has Gunpla, oh my god, we have the Saikoro, we have the Dice Gundam. Oh, this card is ridiculous. Level 6, 6 cost 5-6. Man, this should have done 6. This should have been a 6-6. All right, it should have been a level 6, 6 cost 6-6. I don't think it would have been too busted if they did that. Anyway, on attack, place the top card of your deck into your trash. If you placed a card that's level 3 or higher with this effect, choose an enemy unit and it gets -2 AP during the turn. I don't think this is very good. It's slow, but it is hilarious. It should have just been a 6-6, man. Anyway, we have Lupus Rex. And then we have the Zeta Gun. And you can see we're already getting like a bunch of dupes. I imagine, normally for Gundam sets, I buy 6 boxes, and that gives me almost a full playset of everything. Of like, you know, playable rarity. Not alternate arts, of course. But this feels maybe you're doing like 4 or 5. We have Tifa. I like Tifa Edo. I'm a big fan of Afterwar Gundam X. Super underrated series. I feel like I mention that every time I see it, but it is. Gundam Astray Gold Frame Amatsu. Very cool looking. We have a G-Quux and then an Ellis Claude. I'm not a big fan of them ripping the art from like sprites and the game, but I am a big fan of just the general templating. I like it when you have pilot and then mobile suit in the background. Generally speaking, for like original art and stuff, I think it looks really good. For this one, it just kind of looks like, I don't know, like you're looking at like a database or something. You're like, yeah, this is the character and this is the thing that they're piloting or in. A lot of the times, like Tifa doesn't pilot anything, so it's not really like she's piloting something. Oh, you know what? I think I just messed that up. I think I was doing commons here, and then these are uncommons. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, continuing on, Jonabasta. We have a Big Rang. I like the Big Rang. We have the Astray. We have the Barbatos. Oh, we have our first. I think it's just our first alternate, first plus. We have. Ooh, it is a plus, not a plus. It's just a single plus. This is an R plus. This is the Blue Destiny unit 1EX. So this is a rare plus. So on attack, if a friendly unit with blocker is in play, choose one enemy unit that's level 5 or lower and it gets -2 AP during the battle and links with Yu Kajima. It does look really nice though. I mean, they kind of go all out for the Gundam card game. I do think their alternate art stuff, everything looks fantastic for this game. So generally, obviously, big fan. I cover a lot of TCGs here on Red Zone Rogue, and Gundam is among my favorites. Generally speaking, Gundam is one of my favorite franchises of all time, so that's great. Ooh, Marina Ishmael from 00. This is their chance to put these characters on the cards, even though they're not like pilots. I think they could in other stuff. Ooh, Map Weapon. Level 4, 2 cost, burst, add to hand, main action, choose 1 or 2 enemy units with 2 or less HP, and then return them. This is a double bounce. It's not as good as the other double bounce. But, you know, if you're doing like a G generation thing, like limited maybe, could be cool. Ito Tsurugi, Zuda unit. We have Ogo Pogo. We have full armor Thunderbolt. God, Thunderbolt's so cool, dude. I'm currently reading the Thunderbolt manga. I'm not super far into it, but I really like it. Justice Gundam EX, and then we have another LR. This is the Gundam Astray Red Frame Custom EX. Very nice. Level 6, 5 cost, 5/4 G generation. Links with Low Guel. Activate main once per turn. Exile 2 command cards from your trash. from the game, choose one damaged enemy unit that's level 7 or lower. It won't be set as active during the start of your opponent's next turn. You basically like lock it down. Cool effect. It's actually not a terrible effect. This is one of the ones that's a little more generic. You can kind of maybe think about playing that. I think it's too high cost to be like truly competitive. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. We have the Zuda unit. I think I'm going to go through the commons. We're seeing a lot of the same commons. I'm going to go through the commons pretty quickly. SP conversion chips. Action, if it's your opponent's turn, choose a unit, gets -3 AP. Oh yeah. This is the kind of what's the name of the other one? The minus 3 AP. Not as good because that one only works on your opponent's turn, whereas the unforeseen incident actually works on your turn or your opponent's turn. So yeah, they just kind of make a slightly worse version. Miss Casilla Zabi. Modification. I do like the Daryl Bald, man. From Witch. Witch had some cool mobile suit designs, man. Warship Cruise. We have Master League Begins, and like how it says Master League here. Oh! And then we have another Strike Freedom Gundam EX is another LR. Has high maneuver, 5/5 high maneuver. On deploy, choose. Oh, I think this might be one of the ones I thought was like pretty solid without the link. Deploy, choose a unit that's level 4 or less HP belonging to each enemy player, return them to their owner's hands. This is a cool one in multiplayer. It is a cool one in multiplayer. In 1v1, I think the effect is good. It has high maneuver, and it has the on deploy effect, so you technically don't need a link. So it is cool. I do like it. I do like it. The real question is like, does it have a spot in like competitive? You know, maybe not. We have Justice Gundam EX, and then we got the Psycho Haro. Let's go. Level 8, 7 cost, 6/6. G generation trait, links with any G generation trait. And it says, when this unit is rested, all units gain blocker, which is interesting. On attack, units that are level 7 or lower can't activate blocker during this battle. Cool card. So basically it makes it so you attack, and then all your stuff will kind of basically have blocker for the next turn or whatever. It's an interesting card. This is one that I could maybe see some justification playing this one. It is one of the ones that you might want to be like, oh, maybe the Psycho Haro. It's a cool card. I think it's really good for like multiplayer. Obviously, it has a cool effect. So there's that. I do want to build like a multiplayer Gundam deck, right? Just to have one. So yeah, I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to just go G generation. I think that's the easiest thing to do. G generation stuff is very like multiplayer pilled. I have the starter decks. We're going to do a whole video opening up the starter decks. But yeah, there's a Psycho Zaku. I could just put the jam 2 of the starter decks together, but I kind of want to do something a little bit spicier than that. And if you couldn't mention, or if you didn't notice, there's some colors like distinctly lacking from these. Ooh, we got the Gundam Exia LR. So this is the Gundam Exia EX. It's a level 8, 7 cost, 6/5 with Breach 5. That Breach 5 is pretty sweet. It links with any attack trait. Kind of wish it was Setsuna. That would be pretty sick. And it just says during pair with a G generation pilot. At the end of your turn, you may destroy this unit. If you deploy 3 2/2 Exia tokens, you get 3 of these guys, which is pretty sweet. So you can like breach something, and then basically like sack it and get a bunch of 2/2s. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And we have six LRs so far, and the alternate. I'm not sure. I haven't actually looked at like prices of this set, so I honestly couldn't tell you what like the big chase cards are. We have a Barbatos Lupus, and then we have another LR. So this is interesting. This is the first time I've ever opened up a booster box of the Gundam card game and got a duplicate LR. And I think, once again, it's just because it's a much smaller set. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever gotten a duplicate LR. That's not like a alternate art in any Gundam set. So yeah, this does lead me to believe that, yeah, definitely less than 6 boxes to get like your full play set. Maybe, depending on the price, if these like tank and no one wants these, maybe I'll pick up a couple more just to try to fill out my set. Yeah, maybe. It could be one of those things where if a card from the set spikes like a year or two down the road and like there's very little supply, it could be like if a card from the set becomes relevant, the price might spike like drastically because so few of this was open. Anyway, we have Blue Destiny unit, and we did get we got an uncommon plus. Look at this guy. This is the Astray Gold Frame Amatsu. Oh, look at that. That does look really nice. Like, yeah, it does look very good. Yeah, this is a level 4/3 cost. 4/3 links with any attack trait. On deploy, choose one of your units. It gets repair 1 during the turn, and that's all it does. that's all it does. Likely not the best alternate arts we could have pulled there. But don't worry, we got a God Pack in the pipeline to kind of soothe our pain. We'll see. I've never gotten a God Pack. It would be kind of funny to get a God Pack with the SD set as like my first God Pack. Dude, I hope it's set 5, man. Set 5 looks absolutely cracked. I hope my first God Pack is set 5. That would be amazing. That'd be actually just awesome. But we're here. We're here right now. Let's see what we get. We got not a God Pack. We got another Exia token though. We need 3 of those. We need one more Exia token for our Exia so we can properly sack it and have our triple Exia time. I think we only have like one more pack left. Yeah, I mean, like, once again, just kind of like thinking about this set, I can definitely understand if folks skipped out on this one. Not having any like 1v1 competitive cards, and having like just the general aesthetic that this has, I can see. But man, this is one of those things where I just love Gundam, and if they ever, like I said, if any of these cards like ever spike, they're gonna be like kind of expensive, I think, just because of how little this set is being opened right now. But don't listen to me. I don't really talk about TCG Finance. Level 8. Is this? I think it's another High New Gundam. It's a High New Gundam EX. Yeah, so we did get two duplicates here for our LRs. Yeah, that is our first and maybe last box opening of Eternal Nexus. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this set, if I should open up more, if you're opening any. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. This is the most interesting Gundam set in that regard, in my opinion. I think set 5 is a slam dunk banger. I think everyone should just, get that one. If you're saving your money, go for set 5, but this one is very interesting. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out my sweet Psycho Haro. Let's go. All right, later, everyone.